Hi guys, it's Jasmine here from the Journey of J. Louise, and today I'm going to be starting a new segment called Conversations with the Painting. I don't know if I've introduced myself as one, but I'm an artist. I paint, I draw, I basically like to create. As you can see, I've posted like fashion things. I like to create looks. I just like to express myself. That's just something that is within me and that will always be with me. Today I want to talk about my painting behind me, which is called Heal. Um, and as you can see, it's just like a up close picture of a black girl with purple hair, which symbolizes royalty. And she has gold jewelry on, and her necklace or choker says Heal. This painting is very, very important to me because I think it's definitely, I painted it when I was kind of at the start of really recognizing that I'm on my spiritual journey of becoming a better self, of really recognizing who I am and learning that, everything that I've gone through has been for me, not just happening to me. And, just seeing that I'm not like I feel like a lot of times things happen and I'm always like, why did this person do that to me, or why did God let this happen to me? And sometimes it's like, well, what am I doing? It's like I feel like God is really showing me that I have to look at myself, like I have to be more open. And like I feel like for most of my life I've been very closed off to people. A lot of negative traits that I can say that I wouldn't own up to, being very selfish and just being very immature, and I'm not where I want to be exactly, but I'm in a place where I'm learning to mature. I'm learning to see my faults and analyze them and try to be better and open up in certain ways that I've never allowed myself before. So, I wrote down a couple things, and to start, I'm sorry, I don't know why my voice is acting like this, but yeah, the first thing is relationships. So the first thing I put down is vulnerability. So learning to be open about your or my feelings, being affectionate, putting your own happiness first, not waiting for someone else to make you happy, which leads to self-love. So I want to talk about that just a bit. Um, Being vulnerable, I think, is very important in a relationship. And I think that goes beyond just a romantic relationship. I think it also is a friendship. I think that if you don't feel like you can be vulnerable with someone, that now let me say this as a side note. I do believe that we have different types of relationships with everyone. Just like, you have your associates, you have your people that you party with. But I think sometimes we are confused in what type of relationship a person gives us. Sometimes we want them to be a certain thing because they've done something or they've been in our lives so long that we don't see them for who they really are. And my thing is, like I said, if you feel like you can't be vulnerable to someone, which just means being open, being free, feeling like your true self and being able to not feel judged. If you don't feel like that about a person, then they're not genuinely for you, and I don't think they genuinely have your best interest in heart. Um, Excuse me. I've definitely seen situations where best friends betray you, or things like that. And I think that those things can be avoided by us simply paying attention, you know, um, like evaluating people and how they make us feel. Um, Also listening to people around you who are observant because like I said, because people can be in our lives so long, or we may have a certain idea of how we want this person to be, we can be blind to who they really are. So I think it's very important for us to listen to people around us who see things from a different perspective, but also be very careful, be very attentive to the energy that they bring, to the way you feel around them when you're by yourself, and with other people, because that's very, very important how they make you feel around others. Like, you should never have to play a different role with them, with other people. You should always feel like you can be who you are and never try to dim your light because you're with someone else who wants to shine brighter than you. Or, I've been in that situation, and I feel like um, I held on to someone because I felt like they were in my life for so long, but I don't think they always had my best interests in heart. And I think sometimes, like, it's always the people closest to you. Like, I seen a quote where it said, like, they want to see you do good but not better than them. And I felt that. Like, I felt that. So I think, like I said, it's important to put yourself first. And that's where I say putting your own happiness first. And that's in friendships, that's in relationships. You have to make sure you know what makes you happy so that you're not compromising. Because every time you make a compromise, yourself becomes smaller and smaller. What you think about your self-worth, your self-esteem, it becomes little and more little to one day you may wake up and think, how did I get this low? Why do I think so badly about myself? Why do I feel like I have to shrink when I'm around certain people or when I'm in a room full of people? You should always stand tall. You should always feel like your voice matters, that your opinion matters, that your energy, your presence matters, no matter where you are. So don't ever make someone make you feel less than because of anything. Because you're here. Your presence on this earth means something. If it didn't, you wouldn't be here. Um, yeah, I think the vulnerability of learning to open your feelings and being affectionate, that's something that I definitely had to deal with and I am dealing with. That's a part of me healing with my relationships. Like I've said on this channel before, I have a lot of trust issues. And, I think it comes from, relationships I've been in and also watching other relationships around me. But, I'm learning that, I can't take someone else's experiences and take them on as my own. We have to experience things for ourselves, especially love. Like, like as daunting and as scary as it may be, like I honestly like just had to realize that I could be hurt even without like giving someone like my heart. And because we can't help how we feel. So it's like, would I rather be hurt and have regrets and think to myself, I wish I would have enjoyed it while I had it, or while I felt it? Or do I want to just give it my all, or not necessarily even my all, or just be honest in the moment when I'm feeling my feelings, be romantic, be there, be fully present with that person and just enjoy being lovey-dovey, being gooey. Like, and then if things don't work out, I don't have to have a regret thinking to myself, I wish they would have known the full extent to how I feel. I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done that. Because, like, honestly, all we ever have is the present moment. Like, our life is literally full of memories and lessons. So, like, what memories do you want to have? Like, I want to have amazing memories. I want to go out and do amazing things with amazing people. The people that I connect with, I want to do great things with them. I want to have great moments, great grand moments. I don't want to just have petty conversations. I don't want to just have Netflix and chill all the time, like, and, even that sometimes, though, with the right person, it's everything, like, you really just have to weigh in on what really matters, and, like, just appreciate it. Like, I'm just learning to be more grateful. And, like I said, like, I feel like sometimes we can get so stuck on the bad memories that it's hard for us to move on. Like, I feel like I've gone through these seasonal depressions or like depression bouts because, like, honestly, I think like being sad was familiar to me, like holding on to the negatives of things instead of like focusing on all of the positive memories. But I was focusing on how they made me feel negatively because it was familiar. I was familiar and comfortable with those emotions of being sad. But I don't want that familiarity anymore. I want something new. I like being joyful. I like feeling good. Those are the memories I want to remember. those are the things that I want to like base my life off of, like my experiences off of, because what we meditate on is what we bring, like if I meditate on heartbreak and how I don't trust people and how people can be mischievous and all these things, that's exactly the energy that I'm going to attract, because that's the energy that I'm focused on. I'm focused on negative things instead of focusing on, I want someone who's loyal. I want someone who's trustworthy. I want someone who will be there for me through thick and thin, someone who sees me for who I am, who is patient with me. Those are the things that I want. So, patience, and knowing that I'm worth waiting for, that energy is worth waiting for, instead of just giving up myself to someone because I'm lonely, heal, giving myself time to heal and really feel that I'm worth it, because the more I feel like we're patient for that energy, like the better we become, the stronger we become, like you start to appreciate yourself more, like a diamond. Some diamonds sit, I'm pretty sure, in that glass container for years at a time, till the right buyer comes along and says, that's the ring from my princess, that's the ring from my queen. Like they're not gonna lower the price of that ring. It may go on sale a couple times, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna go past a certain point, because it's a diamond. You have to think of yourself like that. Like, you're a diamond. Like, you should never take low. You should never take what's below your price. You know what I'm saying? Like, ever. And even with that, like they say, know your worth and add tax. Because at the end of the day, when you ring that item up, that sales tax is gonna be there, no matter what. So, this is really making me smile, because I feel like this analogy is so for me. Like, it's so funny when you turn on the camera and start talking and start uplifting people. You start to uplift yourself, and the things that you just, I just get amazed at the things that I say, because I'm just like, where's this girl when I need her, or where's this girl when I'm sad? Like, and like I said, it's comfortable sometimes, but you have to be uncomfortable to grow, be uncomfortable to grow. Yeah, I'm thinking, I think I want to do a different part to this, because this is already 12 minutes, and I don't want to make my videos long, because I be seeing my analytics, and I know y'all don't be wanting to watch hella long videos. So I'm actually going to stop right here, and my next talk is going to be about self-love. So I hope you guys like this. Comment below and let me know what you guys think. Love and peace. Bye.